nome de pessoas.
Olá, galera. Vamos lá para nossa aula hoje. Lembrando, gente, que essa aula nós estamos fazendo, né, na sexta-feira, pelo motivo que eu não posso ficar na aula, ter essa aula do dia de sábado, porque eu tenho 2 horários conflitantes, tá? Então é por isso que eu coloquei essa aula aqui, tá? É por isso que eu coloquei essa aula aqui hoje. Mas, ó, eu tô esperando vocês aqui, ninguém ainda acessou a aula, ok? Eu vou falar para vocês aqui, ó, Ana, Clarice, tem uns desconhecidos aqui, ó, Gabriela, Camila, Kemily, Lohane, ok? Tá? Então eu tô esperando todos vocês aqui, ó, para participar da aula, tá, gente? Ok? Para participar da aula ao vivo, porque qual que é a intenção dessa aula? A intenção é que vocês possam tirar dúvidas, tá? Essa é a intenção, por isso que nós fizemos essa aula online, ok? Essa aula vai ficar gravada no YouTube, eu vou colocar no Classroom link, tá? Então vocês podem assistir depois, mas o ideal, gente, é que vocês assistam essa aula ao vivo. Para isso que nós montamos toda essa estrutura, tá? Para vocês terem essa aula ao vivo, ok? Alright? Que vocês podem perguntar na aula ao vivo, vocês podem participar, a interatividade é maior, tempo real, ok? Alright? Então vamos lá. Nas últimas aulas, gente, eu tô até pensando em falar dessas aulas de novo, como eu tive poucos alunos aí que entraram e eu não tenho nada gravado dessas últimas aulas. Então eu vou dar fazer um review, fazer uma revisão aqui do que nós vimos, né? Que teve 2 alunos, não me lembro, eu recordo o nome delas, que participaram, tá? Então, o que nós vamos fazer? Eu vou fazer uma revisão de tudo que nós vimos agora, dentro dessa aula, tá? E vou terminar esse capítulo e conto com vocês, gente, para que na próxima aula vocês estejam aqui, tá? Ou se não, gente, vamos estudar um outro horário, tá? Pra gente fazer essa aula, ok? Porque eu preciso da participação de vocês. Então vamos aí estudar um outro horário pra gente fazer essa aula, tá bom? Ok? Se esse horário não estiver de acordo com vocês, nós estudamos outro horário, right? Ok? Então vamos lá. Gente, nós estamos no livro 3, ok? Nós falamos até agora, ok? Dos modal verbs, tá? Nós falamos dos modal verbs, alright? Quais são os modal verbs? Os modal verbs, gente, são os modais, né? Que nós chamamos em português. Can, ok? Will, ok? Would, should, okay? Must, alright? Would, should, must, may, right? Ought to, ok? Então são alguns dos modal verbs que nós vimos nesse começo, tá? Só relembrando aqui, can nós vamos usar para possibilidade, tá? Possibilidade or habilidade, ok? Toda vez que você for falar sobre uma possibilidade, toda vez que você for falar de uma habilidade, então vocês vão usar o can, alright? For example, I'm going to make some questions, I'm going to make some examples for you. For example, I can, alright? This is a very normal example. I can play the guitar. So, I can play the guitar. So, we are talking about a possibility, an ability, maybe an ability. Or, I can go with you. I can go with you. I'm talking about a possibility. The first one is an ability, and the second one is a possibility. Alright? So you're going to use can to talking about possibility or ability, or even, guys, you're going to use the the modal verb came to talking about a permission, to ask for permission. Okay? To ask for permission. Okay? Alright? For example, I'm gonna put a permission here. Can I go with you? Can I talk to you? Right? Can I talk to you? Right? So this is a kind of permission. Okay? So you're going to use the modal verb. The modal verb came for this, to talking about a possibility, to talking about an ability, and to talking about permission. Right? Example for ability, I can play the guitar. Possibility, I can't go with you right now because I have nothing to do, so I can go with you. Right? Permission, can I talk to you? Right? Okay? Remember that the modal verbs, most of them, they are auxiliary. Okay? The modal verbs, they are auxiliary. So you, I would like you write down here right now, like the modal verbs. The modal. I'm gonna put like just the modal. The modal. They are auxiliary. Alright? They are auxiliary. So if you wanna make a question, you have to say can I, can you, can he, can we. If you wanna make a negative, I can't go, I can't study, I can't do. So you are gonna do like this. Alright? Okay? For the modal verbs. Okay, guys? So we are going to do like this. So, então, gente, na negativa também nós vamos usar os modal verbs, porque eles são auxiliares, então eu posso fazer negativa com eles. Alright. Then we saw the modal verb will, right? What is the use of the modal verb will? Will, guys, is the future. Let's talk about this. The future of the verb, right? If you want to put a verb in the future, you have to use will. For example, I will go, right? Or I will study. Okay? The interrogative of will, interrogative, is will I go, right? Okay? Will I study? Okay? The negative is I won't go, okay? Or I won't study. Okay? The negative form. Alright? Okay? Then we saw would, okay? Should, right? Should we saw in the book 2. Must, that we're talking about. When I use must, when I talking about obligation, right? When I'm talking about obligation, I'm going to use must. For example, you must pay the electric bill. You must pay the electric, I forgot how to say electric bill, like this. Okay? You must pay the electric bill. What is the electric bill? CEMIG. We have here in our states the CEMIG. Alright? May. You are going to use may, guys, to talking about a possibility, or permission. right? Almost the same thing of can. What is the difference between may and can? May is a strong possibility. When you're talking about possibility, more than possibility, strong possibility, more than can. A formal permission. When you want to ask for permission, and you want to be more formal, right? You are going to use may instead of can, right? May I help you is more formal than can I help you. May I talk to you is more formal than can I talk to you. All right? So this is more polite. Just this. Okay? Right? And ought to is the same thing of should. The same thing of should. When you're talking about ought to, you're talking about like should. What is the difference between should and ought to? As I told you, ought to is more used in the British English, and should is the most used in American English. All right, just this. Okay? All right, so we have talked about this up to now. Okay, if you have some questions, you can ask me later or something like that. Okay? Then, guys, the most important things that we're talking about here in the last class, I used to talking about this. It was the quantifier, right? I think that is a little bit complicated, the most complicated subject that we have now. The quantifier is the use of much, right? Few, and a few. A few. Alright? Much, few, and a few. Okay? Means muitos ou alguns or pouco. Okay? For countable nouns. Okay, much, few, and a few is we use for countable nouns. What it means countable nouns? Countable nouns. Everything, countable nouns is everything you can add a number, right? How can I define the countable nouns? Countable nouns is everything that you can put, that you can add a number. For example, one book, right? Two books. So the word book or books are countable nouns because you can put number in book or a book. Or two books, one book, two books, three books. So you call this as countable noun, right? Okay. Another example is one person, two people. So person is a countable noun because you can add it's normal if you put this on number. Okay? Right, we're talking about this. All right. Now, what is the difference? Now, I would like to tell you, what is the difference between much, few, or a few? I told you last class that much means much is a large or a great or a big. Let's put like this: a big quantity of something. Right? It's a big quantity of something. For example, I have guys, sorry. I made a mistake here. Sorry. It's a many. I think something he did another thing. Many, few, and a few. All right? Sorry. Let's rephrase everything that I said here. Many Much is uncountable. Sorry, pardon. Right, so let's continue. Many. A big quantity of something. For example, I have many friends. Look at this sentence. I have many friends. Okay, I have many friends. Okay, I'm talking about a big quantity of friends. Okay, right? If I say, I have many dogs, I'm talking about a great quantity of dog that I have, right? Okay, so remember that many, few. If you feel comfortable, you can count dogs, you can count friends. So you have to use many friends, many dogs, many books, many CDs, right? Okay, all right. So many is a big quantity. I'm talking about a big quantity. Few, guys, is opposite of many. Okay, if many is a big quantity, few is opposite of many. I mean, it's a small quantity. Okay, I'm talking about a small quantity, right? For example, I have few friends. Maybe I have few friends. Or few friends. There's no problem. Right? Let's put friends. Right? I have few friends. I mean, I don't have, for example, 10 friends or 20 friends. Maybe I have just one or two, right? Maybe. Because few you use totally opposite of many, right? Okay, totally opposite, guys. Totally opposite. If I say I have many friends, I have a big quantity, maybe 100 to 1,000 friends, But when I'm talking about I have few friends, you have maybe one or two or three. Is very opposite of many. For countable, right? Remember that friends you can count, right? So you have to use few. And a few. Let me put in another page here, like this. All right. Fine. Okay. And a few, guys. A few. A few is a small. It's the middle. The middle. Okay. When I'm talking about the middle, the half. When I'm talking about the middle, the half, what I'm talking about? It's, oh my gosh, something's wrong here. It's not many, and it's not few. Right? I'm talking about like this. Okay? I'm talking about like this. Like this. Right? A few is not many and it's not few. Right? It's not a big quantity and it's not a small quantity. It's in the middle. Right? So if I told you, basically, guys, approximately, all right? So if I say I have a few friends. I mean, when I'm talking about like this, I have a few friends. Maybe I don't have the quantity of friends that you have, but I have the middle of this, right? If you let's put this in number. If you have 10 friends, right? Comparing to your friends, let's compare my friends to your friends. If you have, for example, 10 friends, and I say I have a few friends, it means that I have 5 friends, right? If you have 100 friends, and I say I have a few friends, comparing to yours, I have a few friends. When I say I have few friends, if you have 100, I have 50. Okay, so exactly the middle, right? Okay, right? This is the use, remember, many, few, right? Many, few, and a few. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the most difficult subjects to talking about in English, because most of the time we made some kind of mistakes when we use many, few, or a few, right? So this is the explanation that we need to know how to use this kind of quantifier, right? Many, few, and a few. All right. Now, guys, we are gonna talk about the next one, right? The next one is much, little, yeah, little, and a little, right? Last class, guys, I showed you a video. I don't know if this video was recorded, but if I have this video here, but if you are interested, I'm gonna put the link of this video on Classroom, right? And then you can watch, right, with more attention, right? Okay. In the end of this lesson, I'm gonna put this video there, and you are going to watch this video. Or I mean, I'm gonna put this video here too, alright? The explanation from this video, I'm gonna looking for here, and I'm gonna put this video here, okay? Let me just talking about the use for much, little, and a little. Guys, it's the same idea of many, few, and a few. The same idea means quantity, right? Means quantity. In Portuguese, all right. Muitos, poucos, alguns, right? Okay, in Portuguese, right? Much, little, and a little. But for this time, in this way, we are going to use much, little, or a little to talking about uncountable nouns. Okay, uncountable nouns. What means uncountable nouns? If countable fact that we have talked about many, few. If countable means something that you can put at a number, uncountable is something you can't put a number. Okay? It is something you can't put a number. Right? You cannot put a number. I'm gonna give some example. For have coffee. Can you count coffee? No. You can say 1 coffee, 2 coffees. No. Coffee is uncountable. Right? Okay? Faith is countable. No, I don't have 1 faith, 2 faiths. No. So, it's uncountable. Right? Rice, water, milk. Right? Let's put here milk. Milk is uncountable. You cannot count milk. Right? So, you cannot put a number. 1 milk, 2 milks. No, there's no way. Okay? Forget it. Right? So, you cannot put a number and uncountable nouns, right? So when you're talking about quantity, you have to use much, little, or a little. Okay, much. Let's do the same thing we have done for the many, few, and a few. Much, the same. A big quantity. Okay. A big quantity of something, right? A big quantity of something. Uncountable. For example, I've I've drank, or drunk. I forgot. I've drunk much. I've drank much coffee, so I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Right? Okay. I've drunk a lot of much coffee. Right? I've drunk much coffee, so I can't sleep. Right? Okay. So I've drunk a big quantity of coffee, so I can't sleep. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about like this. If I can resume what I'm talking about, I did. I drank a lot of, or a big quantity of coffee, so I can't sleep. So instead of use big quantity, I use much, because much I use for the uncountable nouns. Right? Okay? Much. You don't use many, few, or few for coffee, because coffee is uncountable. Money. Remember money? Money is uncountable now. I have much money. How would you like to have? Let's put this like this. I'd like to have much money. I'd like to have much money. Imagine that I saw a car, I saw something that I want the most. For example, a brand new telephone, a brand new cellular, right? And I would like to buy this, or to buy it. And but my money, I don't have enough money, right? So I say, I'd like to have much money to buy this telephone. Right? I would like to have much money to buy this telephone. So why did I use much instead of another one? Because money is uncountable now, right? So for that reason that I used much money, right? If I can simplify what I said, I used to say I'd like to have a big quantity of money to buy this. But we don't use, for example, a big quantity of money. You use the quantifier, much, right? Good. So, the same thing. Much means a big quantity of something that is uncountable. Little. I said little. Do you remember that the film Stuart Little? All right. Little is opposite of much. The same thing, guys. The same thing here. I think that I put a pause with just one P. It's a double P here. Let me put a double P here. Right, guys. Double P. Okay, so little is opposite, is a small quantity. All right, a small quantity, totally opposite. It's raining. All right, it's raining here. A small quantity, totally opposite, guys. If I have much money and I say I have a little money, I'm talking about that my money, it's almost over. All right, so you're going to use like this, okay? And I'm not going to give more an example because I'm gonna show you the video, right? Okay, and a little is exactly the middle. It's not so much, right? It's not so many, so little. I mean, is, I'm gonna put like this, to half, right? It's not much. Let me put a capitalized letter to better understood. It's not much, and it's not little. It's the middle. Okay, when you're talking about that something that is not much or it's not little, you are in the middle, right? Okay, it's not much, not little. So it was exactly this that we have studied last classes. Okay, last classes. All right. Okay. Good. So what we are gonna do now? Okay, guys. If you have some question, you can ask me later. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do now? I'm going to put that video. I don't know if I'm going to put that video. All right. I think that you have seen that video. I think that you have seen that video. All right. And okay, just this. Okay. All right. Next one, guys. We are gonna make, for example, I'm gonna put there in the classroom the word list and verb forms. I mean, word list, verb forms. No. Listening comprehension. So you are going to do the listening comprehension, right? And we are going to finish this unity, some exercise. I'm going to put some exercise there. And we are gonna finish the exercise with some words maybe you are going to listen to in the listening comprehension, right? So let's finish this with English to English. Damn it. English, better, to English. What are we gonna do right now, guys? Now I'm gonna put some words here, some vocabulary here, some nouns here, and in English, and I'm going to try to explain you in English. You are gonna see if you are able to understand what I'm talking about, or even put the translator if you want in the end of the sentence, right? How you better understood, right? So this explanation must be in English, right? I cannot say anything in Portuguese, so all of this must be in English, right? So the first words that we have here, I would like to write down here in your house. Attendees. Okay, attendees. This is the first words that I have here. The first words that I have here. Okay, attendees. What it means, attendees, guys? Attendees is everything that is watching for something, right? Is the people most of the time, I'm gonna put it like this, the people who is watching something. Okay? The people who is watching something, they often is called attendees. Right? Just a minute, I got a problem with my mouse here. So, for example, if you are in a theater, if you are in cinema, you are the attendee, right? The attendees is the group of person who is watching something, okay? This is the first one. The next one, birthplace. Okay, the birthplace. The birthplace, guys, it is the place that you were born. The place that you were born calls birthplace. If you were born in Belo Horizonte, your birthplace is Belo Horizonte. If you were born in São Paulo, your birthplace is São Paulo, right? Okay, so birthplace is the place that you were born. Okay, write down here. The next one, guys, is campaign. Okay? What it means campaign? We used to listen to this the most in politics stuffs. All right? Campaign. What is campaign? But according to the Oxford, what it means campaign? Campaign is uh, an action that you do to search or reach a final result. This is campaign, right? An action that you do to reach a final result. Okay? For example, what the politicians do? What the politicians do? Just a minute, just correct this words here. There's no this M. Right, campaign, better. Right. I can explain you. I can give you an example like politician. What do the politicians do? They used to do a campaign, right? What is the final result? The final result must be the presidents, right? For example, it's a White House, mayor, okay? It's a city hall, all right? So a campaign action that you do to reach a final result, right? Let's put it in our daily. For example, if you are interested in someone, what you can do? You are going to make a campaign to take this person, to stay close this person. Everything that you do, guys, to reach a final result is called campaign. We have campaign, if you don't know, we have campaign, most used too, in American football, right? They have a campaign. They have to be in the end of the field. So they have this campaign. This campaign is the action that they had, right, to get to the final of to the field, to the goal, right? So campaign is this, an action, everything that you do to give, to take a result is called in English as campaign, right? Next one, dessert. Dessert, guys, it is the sweet dish that you eat after your meals, right? It's the sweet dish that you eat after the meals, your meals, better. Okay, this is dessert. It's the sweet dish that you eat after your meals, right? Hey teacher, I didn't understand yet. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Guys, dessert, for example, pudding is a dessert. Okay, if you like pudding, in Portuguese, pudding is a dessert. Okay, and other things we have here in Brazil, like fruits. Most of the time, people like to use fruits like orange or whatever, right? To banana for dessert, right? Most of the time, it's the sweet dish or a fruit that you eat after your mainly meals, right? This is dessert. Okay. The next one, guys, is inheritance. This is a little bit difficult to pronounce. Inheritance. What it means, inheritance, guys? Inheritance is something that you receive from your parents, right? It's something that you receive from your parents. I mean, like a property, or money, even money, or even physical, let's put like this, physical characteristics, right? You can use a physical characteristics, right? Inheritance is something that you receive from your parents, maybe a property, okay? Or let me put this maybe better. Maybe is more, the explanation is better. Maybe a property, okay, money, physical characteristics that we receive from maybe your father or your mother or even your grandfathers, right? Grandparents, in fact, grandparents, or grandparents, all right? It's something that we receive from them, right? Property, for example, I have a very rich grandfather, right? And let's imagine that my grandfather passed away, right? And he left me a property, a house, or okay, or $1 million or $1,000. He gave me, he left me physical, property, money, right? That I received from them. So this is my inheritance. Okay, right? The next one, sauce. Sauce, guys, is the condiment that you put in your food when you are preparing them, or eat better. When you prepare it, you will put like some kind of sauce, like onions, right? Or I forgot the name, is garlic, right? Garlic. If you don't, if you are preparing your food, you need onions, you need garlic, right? You use this to taste better. You are going to use this to taste better your food, to give your food a kind of sweet taste, to put in your food. One a good taste. Okay, when you want to give a good salt, right? You use to, okay, to talking about food. All right, the next one, guys, is the seasoning. All right, the seasoning, guys. What is the seasoning? The seasoning is, for example, we have a lot this in Brazil. It's a kind of soup. We are gonna call this. It's a kind of soup that we take in cold times, cold season, right? In cold season, right? For example, beans. You make a kind of soup with beans, okay, right? I think that they don't have this they don't have this kind of things in out of Brazil. They don't have it. I have never heard that they have this kind of seasoning there, right? It's more common here in Brazil, right? It's a kind of soup that we take in a cold season, right? For imagine, it's very cold. We used to prepare a soup with beans, with whatever. I don't know how to say, but you know, it's a kind of thing, right? Then if you didn't understand, you can looking for in a dictionary. You can looking for type on the internet the word seasoning and putting in image. Let me show you here like this. If you do like this, if you came here in internet and type seasoning, right, you are gonna find this one. Let me show you just a minute. Something is wrong here. It's not working there. Oh my gosh, it's seasoning image. Just a minute. This is seasoning too, right? But could it be, right, seasoning to the condiment, right? It's the condiment. Sorry guys, I think that I did a mistake here. I'm gonna correct this. It's a kind of soup. It's a kind of it's not soup. It's a kind of condiment too. Condiment, right? What is the difference between sauce and seasoning? Sauce is a specific condiment, and seasoning is another other condiment. Let me see if I made a mistake here, guys. Maybe I made a mistake here. I confuse sauce. Let me see if I wrong here, because I got okay, this is sauce. Okay guys, I changed, right? Right? You got it? I changed. In fact, when you're talking about sauce is this. This is seasoning. Just correct for me, please. Sorry. This is seasoning. This is seasoning. I just made a mistake here. Seasoning, right? And this one that I put here, in fact, is sauce. Sauce, right? It's a kind of soup. Sauce is a kind of soup that we take in cold time. Okay, right? So one more time. Sauce is this. I have a sauce here. This is sauce, guys. Look at this. Sauce. Right? Could it be this? Could it be beans? Alright, this is sauce. This is sauce too. Right? This is sauce. Right? Could it be this made by tomatoes? Or could it be these two? I mean, a bean sauce. Right? A kind of tomato sauce. Alright? Okay? And seasoning here. Seasoning, it's condiment that you put in your food to give them a good taste. All right, just make the difference here to make you just correct this. Next one, the side dish. The side dish. The side dish, guys, for example, when you are in a restaurant, it is something that you eat before the meal. right? Most of time, a salad. Most of time, a salad. Okay? Most of time, a salad. Guys, you don't have a side dish in your house. I think that you don't have a side dish in your house. Side dish is very useful in a restaurant. For example, you go to the restaurant, before the main meal, they used to give you a side dish, right? I'm gonna put this in Portuguese because you don't do this. I think that you don't do this in your house. Okay, I'm gonna put in Portuguese because for us is a little bit, we are not accustomed to go to the restaurant, and man, in our restaurant close to our house, there's no side dish. It's just a finest restaurant we are going to find a side dish. Okay, and the next one is waiter or waitress. Okay, waiter or waitress. Something is wrong here. Waiter or waitress. The waiter or waitress, I'm talking about waiter, is a man, and waitress, a woman. Waitress, woman, right? Waiter is a man and a waitress is a woman. So the person who served you when you are in a restaurant, right? The man who served you when you are in a restaurant, right? They called waiter or waitress. Okay, right, guys. So write down everything here, guys. If you lost something, you can see, watch this again. All right, you can watch and stop, right? Okay, this, right? Okay, so you can do this. To finish, now we have to see the verb form, more verb forms, more verbs for us. All right, we are going to talking about now the verb form. The first verb form that we have here is to appreciate, right? To appreciate is a regular verb first. Is a regular verb first. Okay, there's la regular. Okay, what it means appreciate. To appreciate, regular verb. Let me put regular. I did like this. Come on. There's no problem. Regular verb. So the past of appreciate is appreciated. Okay, it's appreciate, guys. It's something. It's the something. It's the same thing. Sorry, it's the same thing of like. The same thing of like. What is the difference between to appreciate and like? To appreciate, when you use to appreciate, you use to appreciate to talk to be more polite, maybe. To be more polite, maybe, right? So if I want to say, for example, I really appreciated you here, it's better than you say, for example, I liked, right? If you say I really appreciated you here, it's better than say I liked you here, because like is not wrong, like, guys. I'm not talking about that like is wrong. I'm talking about that appreciated or appreciate is more polite than like. Just this, right? The past, appreciated, right? Okay, the next one. to attend. To attend. To attend, guys, is a regular verb too. Is a regular verb too. So the past of attend, attended, right? To be in a certain place. To be in a certain place. Could be to be in a certain place as a verb. As a noun, right, is the people who is watching something. But if you are talking about a verb to attend, is to be in a certain place. For example, nobody attended to this classroom right now. I have more than 12 students, and nobody attended to this class, right? So nobody is in this classroom, right? So this is to attend. Okay, to campaign. To campaign. Regular verb as well. Alright? Regular verb as well. So to campaign is to do something to get a result. I think that we don't have this verb in Portuguese, if I don't have mistake, to campaign, right? I'm campaigning to get her. I'm campaigning to take her for my side, right? So to do something to get a result is to campaign. To the next one that I have here, commercialize. Commercialize. Commercialize, right? Is a regular verb too. Okay, regular verb too. Is a regular verb too. Is to sell or to buy something. The action of to sell or to buy something. The action of to sell and to buy something. So you are commercializing. Okay? And the last one, to spread. Okay? To spread. To reach. To reach a great amount of something. Could it be people, could it be place, something at the same time. Right? When you're talking about to spread, is to reach a great amount or something at the same time. For example, I'm gonna use the example for our days, right? Currently days. The coronavirus is spread very quickly, or the coronavirus is spread, reached a great amount of people at the same time. So it's spread. Okay, the terror is spread among the population, right? Spread. So it's spread. Spread, guys, is an irregular verb. It's an irregular verb. So the past of spread is spread. Okay, I'm gonna put the past of spread and participle of spread is spread to. Okay, sorry, it's spread to. It's the same. The present, the past, it's the same. Right? To spread. Okay, right, guys. For this, we finish our Unity 3. Okay, when you're talking about this. When you're talking about how can I say, when you're talking about quantifier, right? We finish this. What we gonna do now? We are going to, guys, make the exercise that I'm gonna put there for you. Alright? The exercise that I'm gonna put there. Okay, the exercise, the listening comprehension. The listening comprehension is a kind of exercise for you, right? And you are going to do. Okay? It's finished. I have nothing to do. here. I have nothing to say here for you. Okay? Let me just give you some advice. Gente, eu preciso de vocês aqui, tá? Ok? Eu preciso de vocês tirando dúvidas. Nós vamos tentar fazer um outro dia. Right? Vou mandar lá no grupo um outro dia pra gente fazer essas aulas. Vocês não podem ficar sem essas aulas, tá? E também não pode ficar assistindo o vídeo das aulas, porque eu gosto muito da participação de vocês. A intenção dessas aulas ao vivo é que tenha a participação de vocês. Se não tiver a participação de vocês, sabe, é ruim, tá? Você não vai ficar sem o conteúdo não, tá? Eu gravo, mesmo só eu aqui, eu gravo isso pra vocês. Mas é muito legal ficar assistindo aula gravada, ok? Eu não gosto de aula gravada. Okay? Eu gosto da aula gravada como uma ferramenta, uma possível consulta que você pode fazer. Mas a aula tem que ser ao vivo. Tá? Ok? Então eu vou colocar lá no grupo uma outra hora pra gente fazer essa aula aqui. Tá? Right? Enquanto isso, vão assistindo esses vídeos aí. Tá? Pra vocês terem uma ideia agora, ó, era a hora que vocês perguntarem, a nossa aula ia ficar mais dinâmica. Tá? Mas, eu não tenho mais o que falar, porque eu preciso começar o próximo capítulo. Eu vou começar o próximo capítulo se não tiver dúvida nenhuma. Como eu não sei se tem dúvida alguma coisa, se eu não posso começar o próximo capítulo ainda. Tá bom? Ok? Eu vou disponibilizar essa aula lá no Classroom agora, tá? Na verdade eu pedi 48 horas por causa do processo de renderização que demora muito, tá? Mas até segunda-feira essa aula já vai estar postada lá. Tá bom? Ok? Bye bye. Thank you very much. See you later, alligator.